going gets tough, the tough must get going. Especially when leaders become misleaders and mentors become tormentors. When freedom of expression becomes a target of suppression, opposition becomes our position.
The world has been demoralized. People have lost conscience, allegiance, and patriotism has become part of history in the African world. The time has arose when human dignity, respect, rights, and freedom have been detained in trade for brutality. In terms of Uganda, brutality has not at any time spared politicians, artists, journalists, innocent children, young, old, in villages and towns. I can boldly say that each one of the citizens has at least encountered a portion of brutality, where citizens have been arrested in an unethical and partisan and professional manner. We have also observed and seen journalists unlawfully detained and others treated as animals, even after them having identifications that prove them to be journalists. A strong example can be drawn from the recent by-elections in the northern part of Uganda, where politicians, journalists, civilians, both men and women, were handled, beaten in an unforgettable way. This left some of them badly and terribly injured, both physically, emotionally, psychologically, unable to see, walk, nor speak. Now other people that have encountered the same terrible tragedy include civilians in Kampala, Hassan Kawuya, who was also harshly and terribly arrested by men that seemed to have been army officials that grabbed, tortured, and beat him with guns that left him unconscious. Now many people in the country have come up to disagree with such unfair treatment done by security personnel, urging the government to positively and energetically perform against the matter. This matter has attracted interest from journalists through the Human Rights Center for Journalists, legal personnel from the Uganda Human Rights Network, politicians from all walks of life, both local and internationally. Politicians include Dr. Kizza Besigye from the Forum for Democratic Change, Ludmila Elias Lukwago, Member of Parliament, Jaredno East, Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, commonly known as Bobby Wine. Musicians have also not spared this. Them too have stood up to speak on the matter, and most of them have passed their message with their lyrics.
Suspicion basinzira ku beauty alabika obubi mu ghetto yabeera girute tebagala tuzaale balida bapya bo bakite tebava batusamba bitundu by'ekyama babite omuko gubalagala gwe batukuba gwa butu okusinga ebiragalalagala ebitukuba mweno gavumenti tomalako ng'olisoba abamu kye tuba tulinnyennyonyi y'omuka paka juba mu fire brigade amazzi gabula kyokka tiyagasi tagwangako bimotoka ebikukubula twafuuka nteze beerundira gye balaba mu biifu gye batwala ennalufenya mu lufula nze omusajja tanfusa mu baafu njifulwa nkanga gashumba ekinuma si kikwega kebenzi kunkugamba kyatalina sedalinya.
It is so sad that up to now the government has not done anything to turn the matter positively. Many people have been arrested saying that they are behind brutality, but it is so sad that nothing has been done according to the law.
Chikuyisa muyaye era bakwata baagala oba buli omu abafaanana asaleka walata nga repisi ky'omulalo buli gwe basanga bamukwata naye bw'obawaayo ky'oba wadde tebakwesipaata basamba omusajja musajja live ku tv ng'ensi eraba naye era tegwabaka mu vi bakba omwana w'essomero essasi mu viivi ne bafirimu sitamu eno Uganda action movie 3.9 mu gisulika emmaani efuke people.
Now, according to the Constitution of Uganda, it clearly indicates rights of their citizens. In Article 20, basic human rights and freedoms of an individual are inherent and not given by the state.
This is a message to the government, expressing what's exactly on the people's mind. Twakoye ebinyigiriza obulamu bwaffe na buli kitumalako eddembe lyaffe. Uganda etambula edda mabega kituuse n'okutwetamya eggwanga lyaffe. Mulimba mutufuga bubi nnyo nammwe kale tetuganye mwalwana mu nsiko naye gw'omwana gwe wasanga nga tannazaalibwa kati naye yazaala ndata kino mukiŋŋambire muze yabamutukako.
The same article states that all government organizations are bound to respect human rights. The same constitution in Article 22 speaks about right to life and right to liberty. According to Article 23, one should be kept in a place provided by the law. He or she must be informed of the crime committed before arrest and must be brought to courts of law within 24 hours and handled gently. Now it is too sad that none of these has been followed by the security personnel when arresting on the video, but instead perform a brutal arrest contrary to the law of Uganda.
We are fighting for freedom. 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 We are living in a time similar to the one of slave trade. This operation is what's done apartheid. The gun is the master, citizen slave. The ball of Africa is bleeding. Question, what was the purpose of the liberation?
Now the question still stands. When will this end? Will it end anyway? Me and you shall be witnesses. Chris James Sentongo, Reality Talk.
Of expression, when you judge me because of my expression, look what you're doing to this nation. But are you teaching the future generation? See our leaders become misleaders, and see our mentors become tormentors. Freedom fighters become dictators. They look on the youth and say we are distractors. We are fighting for freedom. We are fighting for freedom. Yes, man, like Martin Luther said, in the end, we remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends.